Oh, it's a hard life, boys. It's a hard life. Right, let's do this. Junaid's already retired. Good start from him. As the first drivers are setting times now, I am grabbing a quick bite to eat. Now Mason Viper going fastest overall with a 139.5 so far. It was a bit of a shit race in F5. There was a lot of changed wings. There was like 17 safety cars. There's not VSCs, about 5 VSCs and one full safety car. As Callum Morris has set the world alight with a 139 flat. Let me eat my toast, guys, and then I'll get this sorted. Ha ha, Junaid. Ha ha. As Matej also retired from the session, deciding he doesn't want to do qualifying either. Right, I'm just after finish eating toast and feta and butter elite snack. Anyway, so we have a full grid today. Callum Ogden's coming because he's got a qualifying ban. Whereas F3, F4 is just about to start now as well. As I have a nice little beer after this. Anyway, let's get some action on the track. Sam Kent is racing today. Adam Bradshaw in his return. Oh. my god. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to sort things out here because there's a lot of chaos happening at the moment. I feel like I'm just doing more organization here than anything else. Where is Mr. Golden Flame? Right, well, a bunch of drivers retiring without any time. Um, as I'm trying to get things sorted in F3 as well, or F4. Loads of other things. I don't know what's going on here. There's a lot of shit happening tonight. Okay, right. F4 is up. We can concentrate here. Let's get going with it in Baku. Oh, a total of 20 turns in this track because we got 4.5 minutes of qualifying, and Callum Morris is currently the fastest person on track. Max Jr. Brzezinski is also not setting any times. A lot of drivers just electing to to protest. I think they're all protesting Callum Ogden's quali ban. As I'm trying to get Adam Bradshaw into this party, and I am struggling, or not party, into this game, and I am struggling big time. Adam Bradshaw wants me to add him, but I'm like, I can't see no golden flame. This is standard chaos. This is standard F3 chaos. As Callum Ogden has come in from his outlap. Well, there's an awful lot of chaos here. Is every driver's out in the fucking track, so I can't even ask anyone to do it. Nicky Lauda, Charlie Gordon. No, he's out now too. Callum Morris. Alex is in the pits. Okay, right. Bit of chaos here. We're just getting this sorted. Someone hasn't turned up either. We're missing somebody. I don't know who. Andrei Feschenko. Oh, no, he's here. Andrei Feschenko is here. So who are we missing? Right, anyway, Callum Morris with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go is challenging for the lead. I really hope Adam Bradshaw is in the party. Mason Piper's in P2. Charlie Gordon's in P3. It's an Aston Martin 2 and 3 at the moment. Ronaldinho is in P4 with Matthew what the... As Matthew Heaney is in P5. Alex Theodore in P6. Someone get gold into the lobby. As Sam Kent has retired from the session. Uh-huh. This has been one of the most dull qualifying sessions of all time. Camel, can you invite Adam in, please? Qualifying is about to be done here, and Callum Morris will be on pole anyway. Callum Morris will be on pole, Ronaldinho will be P2, Mason Piper P3, Alex Theodore will be in P4, Sam Kent will be in P5, 6, Matthew Heaney in P5. And you know the rest of the drill. There is calls for a restart. I don't mind restarting, but it's up to the grid. Kit Kat Classic. Anyway, we're going to get away and under racing. Anyway, we're going to get away under racing now. It's 5 red lights. And they are out. Callum Morris leads the way. Does he get a good start against Ronaldinho? Yes, he does. Matei and Armin fighting further down the field, and we see a lot of drivers coming very close to together. There's a bit of contact between the V-Carb and the Aston Martin, and there is contact there. Sam Kent goes up to P3. The yellow flags are already out. We see an Alpine doing some... Oh, wow! Ooh, we see something crazy there from Mason Piper's car. And is the virtual safety car out? It doesn't look like it. Callum Clark in his debut for ERO goes up to P8. And there's just absolute chaos here. No yellow flag, no double yellow flags, there's no safety car yet. Alan Bradshaw's in the lobby! No, he's not. Oh, disappointing. Oh, shite. And Callum Ogden, who started at the back, is up to P11. Zuchel up to P13. Matty up to P14. Mateus, I can't pronounce your second name. Checking tires, variety here. We got Callum on the, you got Callum Clark on the softs. You got Brzezinski in the softs as well. And then they're split between the mediums and hards. The rest of the field. Anyway, so lap 1 of 26 here. Camel to the back of the grid, unfortunately for him. And you see the possible race strategies here: a hard, medium, a hard, medium, medium. There's also a medium or hard, soft there possible as well. Brzezinski up to P14. Mason Piper with a very bad start for him. I think this is going to be an absolutely chaotic weekend in the, 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 Absolutely, yeah, because Matthew Heaney, after starting P5, is all the way down to 15th. Mason, who started a bit higher, is all the way down too. And Mattei also in the pits, so they're all going to be praying for a safety car. And the carousel continues. So, Kamil Plizhikinski right on the back of Callum Morris here. He's going to stick with him as DRS is activated. As we're entering to just under 10% of the race distance already. Ronaldinho closely hanging behind Callum here as they go through the dangerous castle section, which has claimed many a drivers. Many a drivers. And a tricky exit of the castle section here. You have to take a lot of curb there to get a good exit. And we do see Camel with DRS. So I'm just trying to get Adam into the lobby. And Callum has set the fastest lap of the race, though. Junaid already into the pits. I think this is his first race of the season. Oh, look at how close Camel was to the wall there into turn 3. As I see more drivers now into the pits. So the top 5 all in the mediums. Sam Kent on the hards, Callum on the softs. He's going to have a bit of work to do in the second half of his stint as the hards really come into their window then. Okay, Callum and Sam going side by side here. Our GT7 Tier 1 leader. And Yeast, who's not in the lobby this evening, is his rival. I don't know where Yeast is. Yeast is with some gay trains, he was saying, something or something like that. Alex Theodore, if you're listening to the stream, could you please invite Adam Bradshaw? Bastian Vriesli is in P4 at the moment. Solid race from him. Let's just check the positions here. So Charlie Gordon up 4, Bastian up 5, Andrei Shevchenko, whatever your name is, sorry. He's up 4, Armin Lewandowski's up 6, Callum's up 4, Callum's up 8, and his partner in crime Max is also up 8. Zuchel down 2, Mateus up 4. Camel and 6. Matthew Heaney down 10. That's not good. And Mason Piper down 16. He's having a poor start to his race as well. No safety car just yet in this land of chaos. Interestingly enough. Normally there's a few by now. I think in F5 there was already 3 safety cars at this point. So that was interesting. Well, we move. And Ronaldinho and Callum Morris kind of splitting away from the grid here quite nicely. As we're just about to order our food. The two soft runners coming very closely together here. Callum Morris and Ronaldinho, as there's a yellow flag in turn 1. That's been quickly resolved though. As Ronaldinho going closely to the wall here in the castle section. Look at him just taking all that curve there. As he's right on the back of the Williams driver here. Did Callum Ogden get in the other half? He did, okay. Not such a big mystery after all. DRS wide open here. He's not really gaining. Marginal gains. He's probably just going to gain about half a tenth, yeah? Yeah, just about a tenth. Further down the field, Bastian Vries, though, closing rapidly in on Charlie Gordon, and he's going to get them moved on up to P3. Yellow flags again as we look, and I think that is... Who is that? Who is that? That's Mateus. He's lost a wing. You can see an Alpine carbon fibre on the track. And Callum's into the pits. And what are the Haas boys doing? They are up to P8 and P9 with 20 laps to go. So about half an hour left in this race, give or take. Maybe 35 minutes left in this race. And there's 3 drivers in the pits now. What is going on? Because Matthew Heaney's retired from the session. He's obviously had enough for today. Oh, I think he had to double stack. I think that's why he's retired. This is the land of safety cars, Baku. Azerbaijan. As we say, Andrei Shevchenko Jr., who's subbing in the Ferrari today, begged to be in the Ferrari. Lovely car, but the sound of this car in this game is horrible. Hoping for better things in about a month's time when F1 25 comes out. What the... There's some crazy images here from F4 as Jaden Carpenter's car is literally upside down. Still, no double yellows though, as we're 7 laps into this race. Callum's onto the hard, so he's going to be probably on those for the rest of the race. Interesting strategy from him. Camille, he started on the hards along with his Polish compatriot Zuchol, who's going to overtake Armin Lewandowski for P10. Zuchol having a nice little drive here so far, as Armin's very close to the back of him. Callum Ogden and Brzezinski working together. It looks like, as usual, well, they're a bit away from each other, but yeah, nobody's really close to each other apart from the top 2, which is kind of similar to what happened in F5, where the top 2 just broke away and played their own little game of cat and mouse, which is seeming to be happening here again. But anyway, we move. As Alex Theodore is the first of our drivers to get a time penalty for today. Alex, how do you get a time penalty on this track? Anyway, so Camille almost at a DRS range here as well. He's flirting with it. He needs to get in here if he has any chance, and he is going to be well within DRS. He's had a great exit there at turn 17, I think it is. Is it turn 17? It is turn 16, I beg your pardon. Well, I don't see him. He doesn't actually have DRS, amazingly enough. Okay. So, plan B for the Polishman. Well, we see here that Callum's restarting and drop off, but he's getting time here in sector 2, so that might be where he's quicker than Callum. Bastian hanging on to DRS with Charlie. There's so many Charlies and Camels now in the Ero that it's hard to keep track of who's who. There's a few drivers in DRS now, and the two Haas boys are getting close to one another. Is that a tactical decision? I know these two just, they hug and kiss and they have all those relationshipy things. Oh, as Brzezinski gets very close to the wall there on turn 15. One of the most notorious turns on the calendar. As Armin Lewandowski, the next driver to get a 3-second time penalty. Well done to you, sir. As Sam and Alex, what is going on here? Is there a bit of DRS chicken games going on here? As you see, these two, Sam Kent, a mainstay in F3, him and his sparring partner Macaulay Beard. Where is Yeast? As Armin Lewandowski is retired in the pits, retired in the points. Interesting. Points paying position. That puts Callum Clark up to P12. Very quick in Gran Turismo 7. Will that translate here? And that was a lovely line by Sam. As Matej is gone now. Oh, he's gone in the pits as well. Y'all don't want to race in Baku, I see. 3 drivers down. As now here we go, Sam really closing in the back of Alex. As Matej says he was killed, and I think Sam's going to get past the Romanian specialist in terrorism here. And he already has before DRS has been activated. Will that cost him though? Will Diddy get past him with DRS? Diddy's going to have DRS here. And Alex just kind of whipping it out there. Nicely into turn 1. Will he keep the position though as the run down to turn 3? Both of them with a bit of contact there. I think Sam's going to get the move done here. Or is he? Or is he? Alex is using, Sam's not using. So Sam electing to basically stay behind here. This helps Bastian Vries as these two begin to fight. Charlie Gordon sitting peacefully in P3. 6 seconds off the pace as Zuchol and Brzezinski are fighting. We all love a Zuchol overtake, especially when it's a clean one by everyone's favourite Alpine driver in the Ero. And just like that, Bartholomew up to P9. Andrei Shevchenko's brother going through the castle section, quite tricky here. There's not a whole lot happening in the race at the moment. Brzezinski and Bartholomew Zuzdik. I had a Polish patient actually this week, guys, and they were a bit crazy, I'm not going to lie. Like, proper crazy. They just kicked the door down at the surgery, and they were like, I have pain in this foot, it is very bad. And I was like, hi, settle down. And then they're like, oh, you're Irish, you know a lot of Polish people. I was like, yeah, sure. Azuchal and Callum now fighting. Azuchal's the P8. He's on a stormer here, but he's going to get probably double overtaken by the two lads with DRS. And she was like, oh, you know some Polish if you have Polish friends in Ireland. I was like, yeah, pierdolę kurwa mać. And she was like, my guy. Anyway, so Charlie and Bastian into the pits, along with Alex. Bastian onto the hards, Charlie onto the hards, and I'm assuming Alex Theodore will be on the hards as well. Brzezinski also into the pits. He's done 10 laps no softs. It's a good little stint from him. Yes. As the yellow flag, as Callum Ogden has been disqualified. Well, that's interesting. It looks like Callum must have crashed on the pit exit, and then obviously tried to reverse, and the game's just disqualified him for blocking the pit. Kind of similar to what happened to myself in the F5 qualifying session, where it just disqualified me because Aaron Stone crashed in the pit. Right, as we move, another driver down in this mad race so far. We've lost 4. Well, technically we've lost 5 because gold. Callum's not too happy. As we're going to hear what's happening now is Tennessee is still, as Matei is still waffling away in chat. This kid is great. As the two leaders indeed have pitted, I doubt they're going to be undercut by anybody. Oh, well, they actually are. Would you believe? No, Sam Kent, sorry, hasn't pitted yet. Where does Charlie Gordon come out in relation to all this? He doesn't manage to undercut these guys. So apparently one of the kicks span Colm Ogden. Interesting. One of the kicks span Callum. Callum has actually had a decent season, to be honest, so far. As Junaid is now into the pits. And Ronaldinho is a net P2, but he's currently P4 on the track. The interesting thing here is when Callum decides to eventually catches up with Sam, is Sam going to hold him up? Because he's going to be on the slower tires. And you can probably just see it here. He's going to start gaining rapidly through certain corners. As you go through turn 16 here, Callum doing a stellar race so far. Doing everything right. Ronaldinho needs to catch up a little bit here. And Charlie Gordon is just a little bit further off the pace here with Zuchol, P6 at the moment. He is cooking. As Matei is saying, he got taken out. Okay, well, we've asked to see the footage, just to see what's going on. As Zuchol's got DRS here, and he begins to close in on the Englishman. Actually, he's not really. He's actually losing. He's losing pace. As we're half race distance. As Brzezinski with the fastest lap of the race with a 1:41.595. I feel like there's not a whole lot happening in this race so far, to be honest, guys. I'm sorry. As Camel and Bastian now, two former F5, F4 rivals. Into turn 3, Camel gets the move done way before the braking zone. Clean as a whistle from the Polishman. Goated standings editor. Well done. He's up to P7. Camel, who had it his own way last season in F5. The equivalent of F5, should we say. Not having it his own way now currently. He's currently down P7. But we definitely know he's got a lot more potential than that. And Andrei Shevchenko still in P3 here, but Ronaldinho is closing into Andrei Shevchenko, and that is good news for Ronaldinho because he's going to get a big helping of DRS here, or at least he should. He will, yeah, he definitely will, because under braking he's just that much quicker. He's got that much more grip in the Red Bull. Good lad, Kamil Plzezinski. Nice lad. Always very polite, well, to me anyway, and respectful. Great addition to the Ero family. And he's going to have DRS here. Oh, I almost spilled my beer. And here he comes like a rocket ship, like the Red Bulls of old. And that is the move done happily before the braking zone. Ronaldinho back up to P3. He's 3.5 seconds away from the net race leader. And he's going to be hoping that Callum catches up to Sam. As Sadi Garayev has asked for an invite for his home Grand Prix. The race is 14 laps in, mate. Yes, Adam Bradshaw, your AI is cooking in P15. Hopefully it gets you points. I'm sorry you couldn't race this evening because of this game. As now Matei's trolling poor Sadi. Well, that was intelligent. As my driver is going to collect my food, so we may miss the end of this race even. This is going to be a W. The food will be here straight after the race. Anyway, so Ronaldinho now 4.5 seconds away from Callum. Where is Brzezinski? Where are the safety cars? This is bloody Baku. It's been dead this race. Mateus is close to the back of Mason down for the battle for the last points position, but nothing else is happening. And here we go. Alex and Max fighting long way down the list for P9. As Adam Bradshaw's car keeping out of trouble, also keeping out of the contention of the race run. Zuchal quietly up to P6, but he still has to pit. Quietly. Maybe Zuchal's hanging out for a safety car. And he's got Charlie Gordon right behind right in front of him. As Sadi Garayev has left the server, even though he was 2 hours late to the race, basically. As Brzezinski setting the fastest lap of the race, we see Andrei Shevchenko Jr. into the pits. We see Alex Theodore into the pits as well. Now, though, Ronaldinho closing in ever so slightly, so 3 seconds. Zucho closing in on P3 here. Zucho Masterclass is absolutely loading here. Bastian Vries could be on for a P4 finish or even P3 finish, depending. He's got stiff competition. Sam Kent's on a fresh set of mediums now. And here we go. Sam getting past Bastian. Sam getting past Camel. Sam up to P4 just like that. Brzezinski up to P7. Zucho pits. Zucho onto the mediums, and he's down to P9 at the moment. He's going to have a bit of company here, is he? No, he's not. Would he have his teammate Callum Clark? Well, Callum is going to stay behind him here, I think, just for now. As Mateus is also hanging around. But further back up the field, this is where it's all happening now. So at the moment, this is your net race leads here, and actual race leads. Callum Clark, or Callum, there's too many Callums there. Callum Morris into P1, Ronaldinho in P2, Charlie Gordon in P3. Then you've got Sam Kent and Camel behind. Camel has a chance here. Well, Camel doesn't have a chance here. Bastian has a chance here of nicking P4, I think. And Brzezinski is right on the back of Bastian too. He's on those much older mediums though. He's on the 6th Apple mediums. They're in their window of activity, but they're not going to be there for much longer. It's just got just under 9 laps to go in this race. As we see Callum Morris about to cross the start finish line to enter into lap 18. And Camel into the pits. So there you have it. And Brzezinski up to P5. Interestingly enough for him. Sam's thinking he just got kicked out. Let's try and get him back in if he did. That'd be a disaster if he's gotten kicked out. He was in such a good pace. As apparently the lobby has broken in F4. And there's a yellow flag in Sector 3, and that looks to be Junaid into the pits. Has something happened there? That's interesting. It's Junaid now has left the session. What is going on here in F4 and F3? There seems to be a lot of drivers having buggy stuff happening. Let's see if we can get Junaid back in too. Oh, Junaid's just DNF'd. Okay, never mind. As unfortunately for Sam, he's disconnected and he's down to P6 at the moment. Well, I'm trying to get him back in. I'm trying to do everything here. It's been a busy evening. But at the moment, it is all Callum Morris's way. Ronaldinho doesn't seem to have any answers for him. Right, as there's chaos in F3 as well, hence my inactivity here. Sam Kent is not getting back into the lobby by the looks of it. This game is just a buggy mess this evening. I don't know what's going on. But this is just a disaster as we're trying to get drivers in all evening and it just hasn't been working. I think Sam's gone off fine. He has, unfortunately for him. Oh, that is a shame. That is an absolute shame. Janine said he had floor damage. And that brings Brzezinski up to P4. And my driver's picked up my order. Lovely. Mr. Imran in the bicycle is delivering my food. Okay, so anyway, just a handful of laps to go, just under 5 laps. Callum leading, but Ronaldinho has closed in about a second or so. Nothing else really happening on the track. Let's just check the interval from the leader as Mateus gets a 3-second time penalty. There isn't really much happening at all here. We see Sam's lap car, unfortunately. That's not what we want to see, though. Nobody within DRS. Brzezinski and Basha having the same delta on each other. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like someone's gone off in turn 2. That could be... It's not Alex. I don't know who that is. Is that a Bradshaw? It's only a minute 51 off the time. And Callum is just sailing along here, 6.5 seconds clear. And Camel's also 6 seconds clear of Charlie. And Charlie's also 6 seconds clear of Max. Well, just under 6 now, but the race has really just settled down. And has entered into a lull phase. Camel close to the back of Zucho. Poland v Poland here into sector 2. And he's going to have DRS if he can keep with him through these next collection of corners as they head into the dreaded castle section in Baku. Beautiful Azerbaijan. There really is not a lot happening this evening. There's really not a lot happening at all. Callum Clark in his debut in Ero, probably going to be suited to a lower TR after this. Unfortunately for them, Alex Theodore just calmly riding in P10, not inviting people. I'm not going to really hold it against him too much, to be honest, but... And that gap is starting to close down now between Ronaldinho and Callum. Not by a whole lot. As I think Campbell will get a helping of DRS here, but I don't think it's going to make all that much difference. As Andrei Feshchenko gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Does that give Zuchal a chance to snatch P6? He'll definitely get P7. Or will he definitely get P7? Zuchal gets a 3-second time penalty, and that's just really derailed him. As here comes Campbell, and Campbell doesn't even need to make the overtake anymore, but he does indeed going into turn 16. As there are 4 drivers with a time penalty. I think there's a problem with EA servers tonight, to be honest with you guys, because the whole thing just seems like a buggy mess. And we've got just 3 laps to go here. As Callum just cruising along to his victory, not even using battery. Race from him. I don't know what's going on in F4. I don't even want to know, to be honest, because I think they're still waiting to restart for a 33% race. Nearly an hour in, but anyway. This is the thing with Baku. It can be a very, very long race if there's safety cars. Yet here, there's been absolutely crickets as Callum Clark closing into the back of Alex Theodore as Mason Piper now is the next person to disconnect. It's been a very strange evening for it. I don't know what is going on here. I don't know if it's Alex's internet or something, but everyone just seems to be disconnecting here. Absolutely everybody disconnecting here. You're only going to have 12 drivers finish. You're only going to have 11 drivers finishing this race, which is bonkers. And the majority of those were disconnects. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 and no safety car either. As that's Brzezinski, he's gone wide, and Bastian Vries and Andrei Feshchenko are right on the back of him. As a result of that, as Bastian with a big slide to turn 2 there. Does Max have damage? That is the question. It looks like he might have right front end plate. Yeah, he's missing a front right end plate. And here comes Bastian there. Finally, we've got a bit of action on the track with 3 cars close to each other here. Bastian, Andre smashes against the wall there into turn 4. Alex Theodore another 3-second time penalty as we're into the final lap here. Camel has closed the gap by about 2 seconds, but it doesn't seem to be making much of a difference here. Bastian right on the back of Brzezinski. He's going to get DRS here The question is when does he make his move? He has hot lap on as well. Max with a lot more battery, and he's using a bit of it here. And now the driver looking to give this up. Bastian might have been run out of fuel here, would you believe? As Andrei Shevchenko with a big dive. Right, so what is the point of Andrei diving in when he's got a penalty though? Who is he hoping to beat? I don't know, it's a strange one. Alright, well. I'm sorry, I've even missed this because of all the chaos that's happening in F3. Callum has won. Bastian's gone. I don't know what's happened, Bastian, there because of Andrei. Callum's won. Ronaldinho's P2. Charlie Gordon's P3. Brzezinski will cross the line in P4. Andrei has. Well, he's going to finish P6, I think? Potentially? No, he'll just scrape P5. Even though he murdered Vries, I'm assuming there's going to be a report there. Zuchal in P7. Bastian will finish in P8. Alex Theodore in P9. And then Callum Clark is going to finish in P9, actually, I think. He is indeed. And all that's left is the... And that was that was a very quiet race. That again making me laugh. That was a very quiet race where nothing really happened. Literally nothing happened at all. Anyway, Callum P1, Camille P2, Charlie in P3. Brzezinski just misses out on a podium, he's P4. Andrei in P5 after killing Bastian. Camille in P6, Zuchal in P7. That's a good result for him. Bastian in P8, Callum Clark P9, Alex Theodore in P10. Finish. F4 is going on right now. It's Sparrow and Raj. Tune in for that. I don't know what is happening there, but I'm going to find out myself. If I don't see you, have a lovely weekend, everybody. Good night.